Good evening and welcome to week 7 of the Abyssal League. My name is Fiasco and I will be doing my best impersonation of your play-by-play caster this evening. And I am joined by your Lord and Memer, Clue, as your color caster. Clue, we may be on opposite sides of the country, but there is nothing like a great game of League of Legends to bring us together, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I'm very excited to get in here today and see what we can see from these two teams.
All right, Clue. Everyone, we have our first game here between Team Vicious Hunger and Atlas Awaken. We are awaiting the pick and ban phase. The players are all in the lobby, and we are waiting for those picks and bans to come in. Taking a look at the standings while we're waiting here. So we do have our first ban in. That is Vladimir coming in for Team Vicious Hunger.
Okay, and I believe that's a top targeted ban there.
All right, looks like we are waiting for the next ban. So just to update everyone, there are 2 subs coming in here on Atlas Awaken. So they will be forfeiting 2 of their bans. So we will see 2 blank bans coming in on the side of the red side for Atlas Awaken. Second ban in, that is Darius, coming in for Team Vicious Hunger. Clue, what kind of strategy do you see Team Vicious Hunger going for here with these 2 bans so far?
It's tough to say so far, but you definitely see, assuming that that was a Vlad top ban that they were trying to accomplish there, definitely looking to get that top lane counter pick, so probably going to hold out on picking top until the next rotation.
Third ban is in for Team Vicious Hunger. It is Xayah. We will have no Xayah Rakan bot lane in this game. First ban coming in for Atlas Awaken is Morgana. One of the very strong supports currently in this patch. So quickly taking a look at the standings here as we're waiting the other bans to come in. Atlas Awaken, recently promoted into the Typhoon division, inherits the 2-4 record from the team that has left the division. They have not played in this division before, so they are brand new. So we're all going to be experiencing this team for the first time. We do have our first 2 picks in. We have Graves coming in on the side of Team Vicious Hunger, as well as Yasuo coming in for Atlas Awakened, and Zach as well.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Zach and Yasuo combo. Whenever Zach throws that slingshot in and slingshots himself forward into the mid lane, that's a knockup. So Yasuo can just go right in and cast that ulti, and that's free kills. You just rinse and repeat.
Always providing the Yasuo multiple knockups is always a good idea. Caitlyn coming in for the side of Team Vicious Hunger, very strong ADC.
Yeah, Caitlyn is one of the ADCs who's been benefiting a lot from the recent ADC item changes, which lean towards a more early game focus, which allows them to hit their power strike a lot earlier and just be a lot stronger generally, so you don't have to go to a 14-minute game or a 40-minute game in order to be useful.
Janna coming in on the side of Team Vicious Hunger. Very strong support. Looks like we will have Cassiopeia coming on the side of Atlas Awakened. So it looks like that's a top lane Yasuo possibly.
Oh boy.
I know how much you love top lane Yasuo.
I mean, top lane Yasuo is lots of fun, but at the same time, I love myself a good Cassio top. It's actually pretty strong with some of the melee tops that are really prevalent right now.
All right, we are entering phase 2 of the bans. Coming in on Team Vicious Hunger, we have the Varus ban. Varus. It's up for debate. Tomato.
Yeah, Varus was a big contested pick coming into this series. I'm surprised neither team picked him up in the first rotation.
Kassadin and Urgot coming in phase 2 for Atlas Awaken on the bans. And Kaisa coming in as the final band here for Team Vicious Hunger.
And with that, that's the triple ADC band to close things out. Definitely trying to squeeze that champion pool there.
Looks like Atlas Awaken will be locking in the Ezreal as their ADC.
Look for Atlas Awaken to pick a roaming support here and have Ezreal just chill in the bot lane and try not to die 1v2. So think Bard, Pike.
Who doesn't love a good Bard?
Bard's just a unique champion, man. It's got that special playset, and you know, how can you not love Bard?
And there we have it. We have Orin coming in on the blue side for Team Vicious Hunger. Strong top laner. Be looking to make some great plays. As well as looks like we're waiting for our last pick here on red side for Atlas Awaken. What support will they go with? Clue, you have already predicted a roaming support, and it looks like it is Thresh. It is not your Bard.
I'm disappointed. My whole day is ruined.
Your
I
whole
mean,
day is ruined.
Whole week, honestly.
Whole week.
Thresh can roam potentially, but he's not nearly as strong a roamer as some of the others that I mentioned. But gotta say, I'm really liking the team comp of Team Vicious Hunger here. I think the Zillion and the Janna, they're going to be able to keep this Caitlyn alive for a long time. They have that double marksman as well with the Graves. I like it.
All right, so we now have our team comps. We have on blue side, your team comp. You have Orin in the top lane on Telios on Orin in the top lane, Denali on Graves, Dragonic on Zillion, Gummy Bulls on Caitlyn. I will be messing up that name all night, so be prepared to flame me in chat. And Veranda on Janna. On red side for Atlas Awaken, you have, let's see here, as we are starting to mess up with my screens. That's always fun.
That's our specialty, you know? Riot just made a great game. Small indie company, what can you do?
Riot, please. All right, that is Bread Turtle up on top lane on the Yasuo, Sharkbuzz 17 on the Zac, Jim Star on the Cassiopeia. We have Kaneki on Ezreal, and Chastity Clamps on Thresh.
Yeah, if I'm the Zac, I'm definitely seeing a top lane focus here to get that Yasuo rolling. However, though, there is really not that much heavy CC from the side of Vicious Hunger. So this Yasuo could really get going if he gets the lead.
All right, Clue, being the expert mid laner that you are, let's talk about this mid lane matchup here a little bit between the Zillion and the Cassiopeia. What are these two players going to be looking at going head to head here?
Well, if you're the Cassiopeia, you really want to get that early lead on the Zillion, because once he starts to get those items coming in, he's really, really hard to kill. With between that ulti and that movement speed, you're just not ever going to be able to catch up to him. So if you're Cass, you're going to look to shove him in early, look for an early kill if you can with the jungle gank, and then you're going to look to roam and push your influence on other lanes. And then from the side of the Zillion, you're just waiting till team fighting phase. You don't care. Cass is nothing to you. You're just here to save lives.
You're just here to save lives.
A true American hero.
True American hero. I like it. I like it. This Janna Thresh matchup here between Veranda and Chastity Clamps. Very interesting. Thresh is going to have to try to get within range. He's going to be going up against Caitlyn, who is not the most mobile chance, but does have that knockback, so she can kind of get away here.
Okay, hold on. My client spectator failed.
My spectator cracked as well.
Solid.
So we will have to get that here. While we fix that, we're going to go ahead and send it over to highlights as we get the spectator client back on. We'll be back here in just a few moments.
Another kill for the Orianna. Stuns looks like he may get away, but no, Flash is after him. does the Scion, and right there, 2 more kills for the side of Arbol Esports.
Rocket, Jinx Rocket coming out.
The Jinx Rocket is gonna be close. Will it connect? Oh my god! That damn tater tot right there takes down for another kill for Arbol Esports. The kills are coming in fast and hard right now as Rosen picks up another on. It's not connect on anyone, but the Kane looks like he will get bursted down. A rampage for Rosen. Super Mega Death Rocket comes in and will connect on the 2. Vapor Cat looks like he may go down again, but no. Flash forward coming in for the Jinx, and that's another kill for that damn tater tot as the Horn Horror comes in and it knocks up 2 or 3, but it does not matter. Lancer Sprite will keep them very healthy. Another kill. Shockwave! 2-member Shockwave right there, and that will be the ace for Arbol Esports.
And this is an inhibitor at only 17 minutes. They still have...
Oh, and great ultimate coming in right there. And Leona will go ahead and go in. A godlike for damn. Shockwave looks like it will connect. Lancer Sprite keeping members of Arbol Esports alive. 2 kills now for the side of that Kindred. Another kill for that Jinx. Like that, Arbol Esports at 20 minutes will go ahead and take down Atlas Academy.
Right now, with the way that his bot lane is ahead, they're looking to get another one.
Headbutt Pulverize comes in. Quicksilver taking so much damage. He will get stunned up in the tower. Hill comes in as Long Day and Night. Will he take down one more? And that is going to be first blood.
But the story of this game is once again about these 2 junglers. Bliss having so much effect on the game. He's taking flashes. He's finding kills. He didn't do anything for the bot lane right there, but they have been doing so much. Look for another one.
Oh, and that's the last breath knockup coming in. So much chaos coming in. Braden will go ahead and die the done. It did right there. Very beautiful play.
All right, we are back. Bugs have been fixed. We are back in action here between, let's see here. Everything freezes.
Gotta love Riot.
Between Team Vicious Hunger and Atlas Awaken, we are back live as everything is finally starting to come back up online for us. We apologize for that delay here. Taking a look at the matchups here, Clue, we have, let's see here, the Zillion actually trying to be somewhat aggressive against this Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia kind of staying back there a little bit.
She is crucially getting that early shot going though, and will look to get some early revision to help stay safe.
All right, so far in the bot lane, pretty much a stalemate here so far. CS fairly even here between our ADCs, Gummy Balls, and Kaneki.
Yeah, no early vision wards from the side of blue. Like, that's a big thing in the current meta, is getting those early wards down, and I don't see any.
Atlas Awaken, strong presence of wards in the bot side river. Taking a look mid here, we're having Graves coming in for the gank. Now coming in on the Cassiopeia, she's going to run off into the river. She will escape with a little damage taken.
Yeah, had to pop that ghost. Nothing too big there.
Chastity Clamps trying to land that hook just short. Looking to make a good play there. Let's talk about this matchup up top here real quick between the Orin and the Yasuo. Who has the advantage? They're both somewhat, mainly melee champions here. Yasuo can throw the tornado out for distance. In the long run, well, not long run, but for the early game who has the advantage?
In the early game, I'm going to have to go with the Yasuo, even though the Orin has that... I believe he has Corrupting Pot. No, he has Doran's Shield. Okay. Even with the Doran's Shield, you got a lot of sustain early, and you can just buy tabbies like while in lane, and that's going to be really good against this Yasuo. So he's going to have to really look for some early pressure, or he's just going to get outscaled into the later parts of the game.
All right, still standard affairs here in the bot lane. Let's see, it looks like Atlas Awaken does have a ward down there in the bot river bush. So finally a ward bottom side. Vision being key to avoid those ganks.
Yeah, Zach's invading here. Trying to get some vision.
Zach's dropping that deep ward over by Vicious Hunger's blue buff. Looks like Graves moving up on Jax. Might have a battle here over Scuttle Crab. Scuttle going over to the side of Vicious Hunger, stealing the Scuttle.
Yeah, Graves getting a very slight early lead off of that. Good take.
Denali in the right place at the right time on Graves, picks up that Scuttle. Chastity Clamps misses the hook. Now he's in trouble. The Janna Tornado barely misses. Chastity Clamps will walk away with about a third health left. Veranda trying to make a good use here. We're gonna have a gank up top. Yasuo's Tornado is out, knocks up the Orin. He's gonna try to run away. He's low on mana.
Huge early pressure from this Graves. He's ganked twice, and Zach hasn't managed to get onto the map yet. Those early scuttles really playing dividends for Vicious Hunger.
Graves now with 2 long swords, increasing his damage output. Definitely has the advantage going up against that Zach item-wise as well.
Yeah, if Zach ever runs into this Graves in the river, he's just got to get away. Even if he has lane pressure, Graves, with the water walking and celerity, is just going to be so fast, it's going to be hard for them to do anything.
Orin with the strong trade going into the Yasuo. Telios taking advantage of low energy Yasuo. Yasuo looking to make that back. Bread Turtle realizing that he may need to get some more items to go up against this tanky Orin early game. Orin already with Ninja Tabby increasing that armor against Yasuo. Yasuo now going back. Bread Turtle picking up the Zeal. Going to increase his attack speed and crit chance. Chastity Clamps trying to make a play here. Is going to get caught out. First blood goes to the Janna. Support taking the kill. But nonetheless, it is a kill going over to Vicious Hunger.
That was a very quick turn of events. Chastity Clamps was looking to get a pick on one, but didn't expect both of Vicious Hunger's bot laners to still be in that bush.
Denali and Sharkba meet again, this time over red-blue buff. Denali gonna be bullying Sharkba on Zach, taking his blue buff away from him.
And you see it come back to that same thing. Your bot lane just dies, and you have no pressure, and you just have to see the way the blue buff risks dying.
Graves taking the Scuttle, but at what cost? Gets hooked. The Janna comes in, lands the Tornado, knocks him up. Thresh has to flash over the wall to get away as the Zillion was coming down. Great roam by Draconic. Players going back to their standard lanes now. Atlas Awaken has better vision on the map now, having 2 of those pink wards down. Blue side of Vicious Hunger still with the advantage in the vision department.
Yasuo still trying very hard to trade into this Orin, but with the Orin picking up tabbies already, he just does no damage right now, even with the Conqueror procs.
Kaneki trying to keep up with Gummy Bulls on the other side, his counterpart. Not too far back in CS, only about 7 down. But Gummy Balls does have that assist after Janna picking up the first blood.
Yeah, with the first dragon being Cloud, bot lane pressure isn't quite as big a deal. But Cloud, even though people don't say it's as good as Drake, it's not awful. It scales pretty well in the late game, all things considered.
Sharkba jumping in, trying for the gank on the Orin, but Graves is there as well as Denali's coming in to the counter gank. Bread Turtle's gonna try to run away, but here comes the ulti, but it gets wind-walled.
Beautiful wind wall.
Terrible filling. Gemstar coming in, picking up the kill on Denali. Zach jumping in. We're gonna have a massive fight here top lane. Zach bounces back the Orin. Bread Turtle's gonna pick up the kill on Telios. It is a 2-0 trade in favor of Atlas Awaken.
Yeah, great roam up by the Cassia there. Made great use of that early lane pressure.
Zach looking to continue that amazing gank as he's roaming mid lane here. Looks like he will back off with just a little bit. As Jimstar is bullying this Zilean back under his turret. Gummy Balls and RJ KJS putting some pressure on Atlas Awaken's T1 turret.
Yeah, Zilean not having a good time at all anymore. With Cass picking up that early kill and immediately moving into that lost chapter, lots of mana. There's not much you can do.
Chastity Clamps left all alone to try to defend Atlas Awaken's bottom T1. The Lantern thrown out. Zach is now in bot lane, trying to make a play here as he's going to catapult himself in. Gets the flash off, focusing on the Caitlyn. Gummy Ball's in trouble. The Thresh ult coming in, traps her, gets the hook on her. Jimstar comes in to clean up on Gummy Bulls. It's a 1-0 trade so far, but they're looking for more. Gets the ultimate off. Miranda is in trouble. They're going for the tower dive. She flashes away, but Sharkba picks up the kill, but looks like is going to die to the turret. The kill going over to Denali on Graves. It is a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Atlas Awaken bot side, and they're looking for more, looking to possibly take that tower. Or recall. I'm going to go with recall.
Yeah. Oh my god, that Zilean damage. What? One combo just took away all of Ezreal's health. He doesn't even have an item yet.
Ezreal's still a little squishy at the moment. Zilean still holding on to that Doran's ring and has picked up a blasting wand. Strong output coming there from the Zilean.
Looking at the early vision in the river here, blue team currently has control of the Drake pit, but red team has worded their entrances very nicely.
Any kind of motion towards the Drake pit will probably result in a team fight with the way the vision's currently set up. Definitely looking for action there if the team so choose.
Yeah, Cassia looking very big right now. Already completed that Seraph's Embrace. If she dies in a team fight,
Gummy Balls drops away, but Zach comes in, pulls them back. They're both in trouble. Veranda gonna fall down to Jimstar. Jimstar starting to get really big. Gummy Balls now in trouble, picks up the double kill for Jimstar. The double bomb going off on Zach, it's not gonna be enough. Barely gets away with what probably looks like about 8 health.
that was less than 5 HP. Great awareness by Connect there in order to get the heal off. Kaneki, my bad.
Vicious Hunger picking up the first tower there, bot side. A very close match when you take a look at the gold totals right now. Just a few hundred gold separating these two, barely in favor of Atlas Awaken. Going into our 14th minute.
Yeah, Yasuo really starting to pull his own weight in this top lane. He's got almost up to a 30 CS lead now at 14 minutes.
Yeah, early on, Telios on Ornn had the advantage on the Yasuo. Bread Turtle went back, got some items, came back, and was able to go head-to-head with him. Tries to poke there, ends up taking a turret shot.
Ornn does have a stopwatch though, so if Yasuo looks for anything too hard, he will have the stopwatch to get away.
Denali coming in for the gank, but the Great Lantern by Chastity Clamps is going to get the Ezreal out of there. But Zach Sharkba jumps in, tries to pull him together. We have dual TPs coming in. Massive team fight. Zach's one hit away, gets out of there. Dragonic ends up getting the kill on the Zach, courtesy of Summon Airy. The Ornn ult comes in, gets one knock up on the Yasuo. Charges in, Zillion picks up the kill on Cassiopeia. Gummy Bulls takes down his fellow ADC Kaneki. Picks up the double kill on the Yasuo. Thresh trying to get out of there. The double bomb misses. But Zillion, courtesy of bomb delivery Orin, will pick up the double kill. And that means it's Drake time. Cloud Drake going over to Vicious Hunger.
That was a great team fight by the side of Vicious Hunger. Cassio was locked up early, and the Yasuo used Windwall just a little aggressively and wasn't able to block the Orin Horn, and that really hurt them. Just looking at who picked up the kills there, that's 3 for Zillion and 2 for Caitlyn. Both their major carries here.
Zillion, who was starting to fall behind this Cassiopeia, picked up 3 major kills. Zach pouncing in, bringing 2 of Vicious Hunger teams under the turret, but they're going to walk away with minimal damage taken.
Just like that, Zach passive is down again already.
For a moment, the way the teams were coming back there, it looked like we almost had an ARAM. The teams will start to break up and go into their separate lanes.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for an ARAM. That is the low elo special. It's my personal favorite. It's lots of fun. It's fun for the whole family. Why not?
I don't know. Whenever we play, you always complain when I roam mid to help you out.
Oh, I would never complain about getting roams from such an amazing A-tier support.
Wow, that was a blatant lie, but thank you, Clue.
Well, I mean, I gotta keep it, nice and PG. I would just use other words to describe you, but I'm not professional,
Anywho, Sharkbow roaming up top to give help to Bread Turtle. Looking to make a play there as he's standing in the bush topside.
Yeah, Caitlyn approaching that second item.
Thresh moving up. Zillion roaming from mid to help out his team. Looks like we're just moments away from a major fight here. Zach bouncing out, getting away from the double bomb stun. Top side in favor of Atlas Awaken. Trying to put pressure on this T1 turret, looking for their first turret of the game, and it will fall with little collateral damage. Vicious Hunger looking to respond. They do have 3 topside now, as it looks like there's a miniature lane swap going on as Orin is now bot lane going up against the Ezreal.
No TP though from the side of the Orin.
Zach coming in, trying to make a play here. Bread Turtle in trouble, but turns it around on Denali, who gets the Zillion ultimate. He's coming back. And looks like Janna will pick up her second kill of the game against Bread Turtle. Orin charges in, gets a stun on Thresh. Thresh lands the hook and the lantern, bringing the Cassiopeia in. The flash back, not enough. The Zillion's in trouble. Thresh trying to get out of there. Orin is chasing him down. Telios wants that kill, and he gets that kill. Summons his ultimate. Call of the Forge coming in. Knocks up, turns his attention over to the Cassiopeia. That's a fight he does not want. He goes golden to try to get away. Gummy Balls taking down Kaneki. And in return, Gemstar takes down Caitlyn.
Okay, moving forward into this mid-game, Gemstar, already on 2 items. Even though the Zillion is just as fed, I would much rather play against a fed Zillion than a fed Cassiopeia. Because Cassiopeia just got so much zoning with that miasma that you're not going to be able to move. And that's just no fun.
Gemstar currently sitting on that CS lead and the KDA lead. A 5-1-3 cast is very scary to go up against, especially if you're a Zillion or any kind of a squishy. She can chunk you down real quick.
Yeah, someone who's really struggled this game has been the Yasuo. He's gone for plays, and Zillion has just failed out his teammates.
Sharkbow trying to make a play. Dragonic finds himself in a position he does not want to be in. The Yasuo is going to knock him up. He uses the ultimate on himself. Dodges the Thresh hook. Is he going to get out of this? He's going to get out of this. Janna ult comes in, knocks everyone back. Janna there to save her teammate. what was almost certain death for Dragonic turns in to a savior play by RJ KJ on Jam.
As soon as you see the Yasuo about to get a kill, there's the Zillion ult and even the Janna there to save the day. Just very difficult for Yasuo to assassinate all of his key targets in this game.
Atlas Awaken looking to wait for everyone to get together here. Looks like they're trying to focus mid lane now. Yasuo coming in, trying to do a quick wave clear. Zillion gets the double bomb stun onto the Thresh. Thresh chunked down to half health. Atlas Awaken trying to put pressure on this T1 mid turret. Yasuo in trouble now. Flashes over the wall, tries to escape. Takes the Thresh Lantern to safety. Thresh with a great play to save his Yasuo. Orin, I'll call the Forge, comes in, gets one knock up on the Thresh. Gummy Balls picks up the kill on Chastity Clamps. Kaneki kills the Orin. Graves flashes away to safety. Double kill coming to the Caitlyn. Triple kill coming to the Caitlyn. Turning their attention to that tower as Atlas Awaken has to back up a little bit as they have lost that fight. 3-1 in favor of Vicious Hunger.
Yeah, Cassio managed to pop the Ornn there, but couldn't quite finish anyone off.
Gummy Bulls trying to take it to him, trying to put more pressure onto Atlas Awaken. Graves picks up the dragon. That is an Inferno going over to Vicious Hunger. Currently 3v4 in favor of blue side here, as the Cassiopeia recalled, and we have Ezreal bot lane for Atlas Awaken.
Yeah, great dragon control so far from Vicious Hunger, managing to pick up both, and that's led to them having a 3k gold lead at 20 minutes in.
Vicious Hunger picking up their second turret of the game. This time it is top side T1. Teleport coming in here for the Yasuo, blocks the call of the Forge. But in return, Vicious Hunger will pick up mid T1. They now lead the turrets 3-1. All lanes, T1 turrets are gone.
Yeah, great rotations there in order to pick up all those outers.
Chastity Clamps with the great lantern to get the Yasuo out of the possibility of being stunned by Zillion's double bomb. Zillion trying to zone the team out there using his time bombs. Zach jumps in, brings back the Zillion with him, puts the ultimate on himself, trying to avoid picking up his first death of the game, but in comes Telios on Ornn, picking up the kill on the Yasuo. Gummy Balls picking up the kill on Chastity Clamps as he sacrifices his life. Denali picking up the kill. Cassiopeia picking up the kill on Denali as well. It is going to be a team fight in favor of Vicious Hunger. T2 mid for Atlas Awaken is going down next.
Yeah, just continued great team fighting from Vicious Hunger. I'm not sure Atlas Awaken can take these fights anymore. The Ezreal just not being able to put out any damage. Maybe you try and put him in a side lane and just let him farm up.
The Ezreal and the Yasuo on this side of Atlas Awaken both struggling at the moment. Both players will need to try to find a way back in this game. Their team needs them as the main damage outputs here, other than the Cassiopeia, who's pretty much holding her own here. Jimstar doing a great job, going 6-1-4 so far and holding on to that CS lead.
He's doing his best, but he's going to need someone else to step up. You gotta look towards Bread Turtle and Sharkbot in order to get those combos off and in order to start a team fight well.
Red Turtle up top lane, trying to increase that gold by farming here. Chastity Clamps clearing out some waves over by Baron. But there's the Zillion landing the double bomb, no vision. Topside blue jungle for Atlas Awaken, had no idea he was there. But nothing will come of that double bomb. Team's looking to group mid lane here again. Jimstar coming in, lands the ultimate onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn gets the Zillion ultimate put on her. She's going to flash away to safety. Yasuo coming in, trying to make a play, gets a 3-man knockup, gets the kill on the Zillion. He's going to dash back out, but it's not going to be enough to get away from Gummy Balls, taking down the kill. The Orin ult comes in to knock them up. Orin keeps going in, focusing on Thresh, trying to go 2v1 there. Orin might do it, but Jimstar is too much for him. Picking up the kill onto the Orin. What a crazy fight mid lane.
Yeah, that was a really great engage from the side of Red Turtle there. Got the wind wall up to protect himself while he threw up that tornado, and just great follow-up in order to capitalize on that 3-man knockup.
Red Turtle with the amazing knockup, really helping his team get back in the game here as the gold team's almost been cut in half so far. And Atlas Awaken looking to pick up their third turret of the game, being mid T1.
Yeah, Atlas should go for some Baron vision here as well. They'll have control.
Atlas does have one ward there in the back of the Baron pit. Vicious Hunger has one in front of the Baron pit. Caitlyn looking to clear out top wave. Massive wave there, chance for some great gold. Yasuo in trouble, is going to use the Blast Plant to get out of it. The double bomb from Dragonic not coming in. Vicious Hunger looking to possibly make a play here. Will clear out the ward from Atlas Awaken in the back of the Baron pit. Double bomb coming in from Dragonic, not going to land for the stun.
So interesting thing to note here, Atlas Awaken being a new team and all, not everything settled yet, but the player that they brought in to sub for mid lane actually performing the best out of their roster right now.
Jimstar really taking the advantage of Telios being out of position there in the mid lane, chunks down their tank to almost half health with almost no effort.
Yeah, Cassiopeia picking up that Spellbinder. It's a strong third item due to just how much AP you really get off of it, and you get that movement speed as well, and you can really get going.
Yasuo in trouble here, gets the single man knockup, but the ultimate from Zillion going on himself is going to save him. Jimstar going to pick up the kill on the Orin though, looking for two. Chastity Clamps picking up the kill on Gummy Bulls. Supports both with 2 kills. As a support main myself, that makes me very proud.
Yeah, 2 supports who don't benefit from the kills though. But you gotta appreciate
what the team does. Yasuo getting the knockup onto Denali, but it's going to walk away. Atlas Awaken going to secure that scuttle over by Baron. Looks like they're going to make a move over towards Baron. They started the Baron.
Yeah, Denali backed. They don't know.
Vicious Hunger has no wards. There's the ping coming in. Jenna and Zillion are there. Probably not the 2 best to try to make the steal. Atlas Awaken turns around. Chastity Clamps picking up the kill on the Janna. Zach really low, trying to finish off the Baron before the team gets there. Zach secures it with the smite, and they are out of there. Baron going over to Atlas Awaken. Atlas Awaken now with the gold lead of almost 2K.
Yeah, that was a great call by whoever the shot caller for Atlas Awakened is. Taking note of the fact that Denali would likely back due to being near an item, and that's just great awareness. And Vicious Hunger not in any position to really contest it.
Vicious Hunger trying to make up for that, getting the Mountain Drake All 3 Drakes going over to Vicious Hunger. That is the Mountain, the Cloud, and the Infernal Drakes.
Good trade, but Atlas Awaken will take that trade any day.
Atlas Awaken trying to put some pressure on Vicious Hunger here in mid lane. Thresh trying to get some vision around. Chastity Clamps also clearing out some wards.
Now, taking a quick look at the vision here, Vicious Hunger definitely has the advantage there as far as vision scores go.
Very well spread out vision score. Definitely vision has helped them in the early and mid game so far. But the lack of warding around the Baron pit cost them that Baron.
Yeah, very unfortunate when you're playing well the entire game, and one screw up costs you something as big as a Baron. Can be a little demoralizing for a team.
Vicious Hunger looking to group mid here. Caitlyn putting down a nice line of defense there. Someone coming down mid lane will get trapped.
I mean, that is pretty safe to assume.
Zach being nice, giving the blue buff over to Jimstar. Those Baron empowered minions now starting to bring their full force. Atlas Awaken being very respectful of those traps there, as now the traps are starting to snap up. Going to leave them an opportunity here to try to put pressure on T2. Dragonic having some fun over there, landing the double bomb onto the Zac. Going to delay him just a little bit.
Okay, Atlas wasted a lot of time with the Baron there. There was 2 or so waves where they just weren't in position to take any towers. It's unfortunate timing.
Baron buff slowly ticking away as Atlas Awakens looking to try to make a play while they still have it. Caitlyn's trap layout not as effective this time. There are some gaps there that Atlas Awakens can try to get around. Zac decides to step on one of those traps and ends up taking a little bit of damage.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're grouping as hard as they are with Yasuo having that TP. You'd think they'd put him in a side lane.
Caitlyn's traps really holding Atlas Awaken at bay here, not looking to make a play. Atlas Awaken kind of just huddling around mid lane, trying to figure out a way around those traps to try to do something here.
Yeah, I believe Baron buff wore off and they didn't do anything with it. Great defense.
Baron buff only resulted in a 3k gold lead in favor of Atlas Awaken. Not too big of a lead, but a lead nonetheless. Chastity Clamps looking to make a play there with the hook. Just misses. Zac looking to steal some of blue team's jungle. Is it really stealing 34 minutes into the game, Clue?
I mean, as a mid laner, if you come into my lane, take my CS, I'm inting straight down the lane. No question. It's always the mid laner's CS. You know, supports don't matter. We know how it is. It's 2018.
Well, I could have sworn earlier you said supports do matter. Zac jumps in, gets too close to the turret, starts taking that unnecessary damage. Will somehow get out of there still alive. Sharkbow with the gutsy play call there almost cost him his life.
Yeah, just barely missing both of the key targets there, and the Caitlyn and the Janna. I'm just not able to capitalize.
Thresh in trouble, tries to flash away, barely gets out of there. The Ezalt comes in. Zach jumps in, tries to make a play over on Dragonic, but he's going to get out of there. Trying to turn it around. Chassis Clamps misses the hook. What looked to be a massive fight mid turns into a stalemate as both teams kind of separate a little bit.
Yeah, both teams have great disengage here, so it's hard to really get in there unless your team is really quick on the follow-up.
Both teams sensing how close this game still is, still winnable for both sides. Not wanting to make a mistake is critical here.
Yeah, this dragon spawning soon. It looks like it's gonna go over to Atlas Awakened.
Zach in trouble, has to catapult himself over the blue buff to get away. Vicious Hunger trying to set up for that Elder Drake. Call of the Forge comes in. Not much to do there other than zone. Atlas Awaken kind of backing off here a little bit. Almost realizing they're not going to be able to defend this Elder Drake. The Thresh trying to come in, poking just a little bit. Sees that they're actually on it. They're going to back out. No play coming in from Atlas Awaken as Vicious Hunger picks up the Elder Drake.
Yeah, and that's the triple Elder Drake. They got all 3 dragons this game. That's going to be doing a lot of damage.
Vicious Hunger looking to take Baron too. Trying to go for the big buff play here. Going to take down Baron. Atlas Awaken sees it, they've pinged it. But they're not going to get there in time as the Zillion will pick up the Baron kill for Vicious Hunger. We have Elder buff and Baron buff on Vicious Hunger. Let's see if they can make something out of these 2 team buffs, something Atlas Awaken wasn't able to do when they had Baron.
Yeah, that is a huge turn of events and great rotations from Vicious Hunger in order to pick up both of those. Atlas Awaken just not respecting the damage with that mount that they have in order to take those objectives as quick as they did.
You can just see what those buffs are doing to the players of Vicious Hunger, easily clearing out their jungle as they're looking to make their way into red team's side of the map.
Red team, however, does have decent vision in their jungle, so they won't be caught off guard by any sneaky engages from the side of Vicious Hunger.
Baron empowered minions have made their way into Atlas Awaken's base. That cannon doing some damage on to the inhib turret. Zach jumping in, trying to make a play here, is going to bring one player back with him. Draconic trying to get out of there. May have to use the ulti on himself, but he'll end up walking away, keeping the Baron buff on him. Man, that would have been a huge pick if Sharkbo was able to get Dragonic down.
Yeah, great patience from the Zillion, though, to save the ulti. That's going to be big.
Inhib turret taking a lot of damage. They need to get that Canyon minion down. They do. Not much health remaining on that Inhib turret. It's going to be easy for Vicious Hunger to pick that up here.
Yeah, still lots of time left on this Baron and Elder in order to finish off those inner turrets and potentially look for inhibitors.
500 gold is all that separates these 2 teams now. We're even in kills. We're almost even in gold. The big difference here are those neutral objectives being 5 towers in favor of Vicious Hunger to Atlas Awakens 3, and those 3 Drakes on the side of Vicious Hunger being boosted by that Elder Drake.
Big CS lead in the top lane, though, for Atlas Awakened. That's 100 gold.
Zach's going to flash away there from the 2-on-1 that he almost stumbled into. Good thing he had support hiding back there in the jungle.
So much poke from the side of Vicious Hunger here. Great for sieging.
Atlas Awaken just trying to ride out these buffs. If they can make it through here, they still have a chance. Can't make any mistakes here with a team that looks just has Baron buff now. Zach jumps in, finds the Yasuo. Pardon me, or that, I'm sorry, that was Janna. Too many tornadoes is really what I'm seeing.
You know, they're all the same, you know?
Gummy Balls gets the kill onto Bread Turtle. Zillion Draconic is trying to run out of there. He is low, using that speed burst he has to try to get out. Zach's still trying to look to make a flanking play here as Orin is making his way back down. Telios might be running into him here. Call of the Forge Art comes in, gets 2 knockups. The rest of the team's not there to really follow up. But it is the Caitlyn picking up the kill onto Jimstar. Then Zillion shutting down the Zach, Shark buff. Not meant for this world as the middle inhib turret goes down. Middle inhib is down. Super minions coming down mid.
Yeah, they're gonna look for this top rotation here. Can be able to pick up that outer tier turret as well. Or inner turret, my bad.
Vicious Hunger rotating topside, now putting pressure on the top lane, taking down T2.
Caitlyn picking up that Mercurial Scimitar, gonna be able to get out of any thresh hooks that are thrown her way, along with Yasuo ultis. Gonna be very slippery between that and the Zillion ulti.
Atlas Awaken has pretty well survived that double team buff on Vicious Hunger's side. Vicious Hunger did manage to get the gold lead back and ended up getting that first inhib down, but could have been a lot worse on the side of Atlas Awaken.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, you're buying time for your Cassiota scale, because she just picked up her 5th item, I believe, and that'll really make her the one to carry in these team fights. But if she gets picked out, I don't think you have the damage anywhere else in order to be able to win team fights, honestly.
Both teams looking to group mid here. Janna does end up completing her recall. So it will be and with Orin moving top lane, it will be a 3v4 now in mid lane if they choose to fight. It looks like the Yasuo is also roaming back top. Bread Turtle now with a healthy lead over the Orin. CS-wide, at least.
One thing I have not seen a lot of is engages from the side of Chastity Clamps. It's always been the Zac, and potentially, I think you look for that Thresh engage for that pick if you want to mix it up and really catch Vicious Hunger off guard here.
Yeah, Chastity Clamps has had some amazing opportunities to start some of these fights, but just barely missed on those hooks. Not by much.
Yeah, definitely a player to watch finishing out this game. If he can find that engage and continue to peel, it'll be really good.
Orin caught out here, but he has teammates to back him up. Colin the Forge God comes in, gets the one knockup. Gummy Balls picks up the kill on, pardon me, on to Jimstar, and the double kill onto Bread Turtle. Looks like Vicious Hunger is now turning their attention over to the Baron for their second Baron buff of the game.
Yeah, that's both of Atlas Awaken's carries down. I don't think they can contest this.
Chastity Clamps trying to make a play there. Not much Chastity Clamps can do. Baron buff super minions making their way into Atlas Awaken's base. Entering our 45th minute of game 1. Zach with the 2-man bounces them back under the turrets. One Nexus turret down. Vicious Hunger looking for more. Telios picking up the kill onto Shark, but that's going to be the end of the game as Vicious Hunger picks up their second Baron buff. Says, you know what, we're not going to go any longer. 45 minutes is long enough. Orin leads the charge in and takes down Atlas Awaken.
Yeah, very decisive end to that game. We'd like to see that moving forward.
All right, Clue. So the big story here was actually the top lane. I feel how really Bread Turtle and Telios, not until late game did they really come online here. Telios with some of his ults, but Bread Turtle also with his ultimates with those knockups didn't really come online until close to the 30-minute mark, which is on average with how long these games tend to last. This one a little bit on the longer side here, but the Yasuo taking a long time to get online.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even with those Zac engages, there's a lot of peel between that Janna and that Zillion ulti. Yasuo just wasn't able to really finish his targets, and he really got shut down hard early game. And you got to give credit to Vicious Hunger there.
And Jimstar on Cassiopeia really started the game strong. Early in mid-game, she was tearing it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the damage charts, Caitlyn put out 66,000 damage. That is ridiculous. That is more than both of Atlas Awaken's carries combined.
All right, and with that, we're going to bring Rafa onto the stream here real quick.
Let's do MVPs.
If he's ready. Okay, we'll do MVPs first. So, taking a look here. We'll bring the stats online here just a moment. Okay, as we're getting that set up here. Is Rafa ready to come on?
Yes, sir. I am right here.
All right. Welcome to the end of game one. A thrilling match went 45 minutes long in favor of Vicious Hunger.
Yeah, that was an absolute bloodbath from the spectator side of things. I had to step away from the bleachers and had to, you know, one of those brown bags you get after you get a little too sick. Yeah, that was me on the sidelines. Just
man.
a little too bloody. Definitely could have ended the game maybe 10, 15 minutes ago from Vicious Hunger, but that is one of the hard things that seems like this team is struggling with. They can get early leads, but they can't seem to close out games quite yet. But no matter, it's a progression of things, and hopefully they are able to develop that skill later on into this season.
Vicious Hunger making use of those team buffs from Elder Drake and Baron, something Atlas Awaken struggled with there when they picked up the Baron of their own, kind of just stalled it out mid lane, not really taking advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, just I have no words to say on that, but no need to comment on that first game anymore. I'm actually here on behalf of Everlife Gaming Network to make a few announcements for our side of things. I'm not sure if our streamer producer Kaiser is ready to display those things for us quite yet. Am I good to talk about those things, or am I okay? So we won't be able to display it on screen for you guys, but we have 3 things that just dropped today. We now have an official website for Everlife Gaming Network. It should be everlifegamingnetwork.com. And on there, we will have everything: our homepage, our official partners, as well as articles or recent match histories of any of the games that we recently streamed. We do have a news page as well as upcoming events. You can see what is going to be coming up within the next week. We do update it on a weekly basis. We also have a media page where we have any of our full VODs uploaded as well as our highlights. And I do see that Kaiser's finally got it up. Thank you very much. As well as a staff page where you can get to see who all is part of the EGM family and crew. that is the first thing that we dropped. The other two things, we now have a merchandise store as well as a Patreon page. And I will explain what the Patreon page for those that don't know in just a moment. The merchandise store, if I can pull it up here myself. Oh, beautiful. Thank you very much, Kaiser. So yeah, our merchandise store, we've got shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, hoodies, I think even cups and iPhone cases. Currently, with just one design at the moment, are our Everlife Gaming Network logo and brand. Oh, two designs. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, we have one of our other lead graphic designers, Flash, who has another logo up on as well. And we will be uploading more types of graphics and merch as time goes on. We just all dropped this today. And then finally, our Patreon page. For those who don't know what a Patreon page is, it is usually just like kind of like a hey, we're starting out. If you want to help out and donate, like a monthly donator to help us continue the high quality production that we are striving for and aim to give our audience, then the Patreon page is one of those ways that you can participate and help out in. We have many different tiers. $1 monthly donating tier, and it has all the descriptions for each one. One of the things that we're really excited about is once we hit our first 25 Patreons, it doesn't matter which tier it is, whether it's the $50 tier or the $1 tier or the $5 tier. As soon as we hit 25 Patreons signing up, then we will be doing a very special EGN stream where we will have all hands on deck. We'll all have it based around a topic or an event of the community's choosing. We'll have a red straw polls to see what a majority of us want to see. And it'll be a very, very awesome event. So that's pretty much it. But we are very excited that we can drop this now because it helps cement furthering our brand as an independent production company. And it helps further our goals to be the best independent production company in the amateur scene so that we can deliver as closest to the highest grade professional quality we can without, feeling like we're alienating only from the highest level of the professional leagues. We want to bring it to everyone. So other than that, I don't think we have any other announcements to make. So thank you very much, Kaiser. Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to Fiasco and Lord Clue to break down any more parts in that. Actually, we're just going to throw it in intermission as my producer is telling me. So stay tuned for game number 2. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.